All right, traders, we're back with the dollar index, probably one of the toughest assets to analyze these days. I mean, the dollar index had been difficult for the past year and a half, I would say. I think it began to become elusive where price roughly around this area. Take a look. We're talking about August 2018, roughly around this area. Price began to trade in a very bizarre fashion, I would say. I mean, it's not a trend, right? It's a semi-trend. It's semi-trend, sideways movement, right? It's very volatile. But take a look at the angle. The angle on that trend, so-called trend, is so shallow, right? I mean, it's probably less than 40 degrees. So you can't really place it's hard to know where to place this behavior, right? This formation. Obviously I would go with an upside trend, but like I said, it's very jumpy, it's very volatile, it's very hard to actually ride this type of trend. Now, if you talk about everything that's happening here ever since August 2018, even that, everything I've described here is actually easy to analyze and decipher in comparison to what's been going on here in the last couple of weeks, right? In the last few weeks, ever since the beginning of August this year, right? So we're talking about 3 months, right? 3-4 months. Price had been trading very, in a trading range, within a trading range basically, but it's very, very narrow. This is presented here by the purple key level system. All right, so I'm going to take you inside because I want to give you our latest insights when it comes to the dollar index and what we think is going to be, the next move. All right, so I'm going to take you right here. I'm going to switch to the daily chart. Just wanted to give you a bit of a background. When it comes to the big picture. So the big picture is already difficult to handle, right? What I'm trying to say here is that, the short-term cycle is even more difficult to handle, but we think we have a nice grip on the technical situation right now, and we want to present it to you right now. So guys, I've just zoomed in to the short-term cycle, like I said, represented here by that purple key level system, and here we can find this interesting formation, right? We've seen these moves. We think we're looking at 4 well-established legs, and we've just finished up the 5th, right? Could be the 5th. It definitely came from the higher section. I mean, just the edge here, but still, it was a very nice touchdown, by the way. Take a look. I've marked it down here. Beautiful touchdown on that 98.27, right? Strong turnaround. We were here broadcasting that move, telling you price is probably going to go to the lower section. Well, it did. It did that very quickly, by the way. It only took a few days, and price made it all the way. We were betting on 97.55, and we were also betting on 97.37 as final destination. You can see what happened. Actually, it's quite interesting, because price not only landed on that 97.37, it also engaged the 200-day moving average. So it kind of took both, which kind of converged very conveniently at that spot, and it created this really strong support. And it completely turned price back on its head. And it even went far enough to actually close back above 97.55, which we think speaks volumes, right? We think this is a significant move, crossing, finding strong support here by these two technical elements that I've just mentioned, and then breaking through 97.55. We think the dollar index is back on the upside. If you haven't picked that up yet, we think it's back on the upside. We think we had here kind of a local tipping point. We don't think that price is going to be, building a huge upside trend and take us out of this, very tight, very hectic range that we've been trading here for quite some time. This is not what we're trying to suggest. We're still inside, that short-term cycle. We're trying to, build up a conviction within the limits of that cycle. And we just think the next move is going to take us back to where we came from, which means 98.27 again, right? We think we're going to find support here at 97.37, at 97.55, and price will continue push all the way to 98.27. At that point, we will reanalyze the situation and we will come up with probably a new conviction. Could be a bullish one, could be a bearish one. We'll have to see, we'll have to gauge the type of reaction we're gonna have here, right? We're gonna have to analyze that type of reaction, just as we did last time, right? It was such a strong indication that we're gonna be turning back down, and we did. So this is the type of action we would like to see before, we're going to jump into the next conviction. All right, so we got the dollar index here looking pretty bullish at this point, finding support at 97.55 as we speak, right? So it's going to be really interesting to come back, follow up on this one, all right? That's about that for today. Have a nice trading day. Until tomorrow, be well.